Welcome everyone to another edition of the Group of Two podcast. Well, that's what you want to call it, so that's what we're going to call it. We didn't know what we're going to talk about this week.
Too busy for that shit. Too busy living a life.
So we just thought, why not just do a recap of... Yeah.
I'm surprised how many I've seen over the last 5 years.
Bring the mic close to you, because I don't think it picks it up
I'm
too
picking.
far away.
Okay.
You have to be handheld.
As long as I can hold the beer in the other hand, I'll be fine.
There's been a resurgence, if you will, of like good horror films. Because I know there used to be like heaps of shit ones back in the like 04 and 03 and all
Well,
that.
like the early 2000s, there was a few, and they were just, some were alright, some weren't.
But like now
it's sort of horror's kind of almost not like almost, but nowadays now it's sort of like that in the 80s where it was just horror films were churning out fucking every second week, but like it's much harder to make a film now. It takes a longer process to do things, so but it's still in the same sort of style. How there's fucking heaps and heaps of films from all over the world that are just coming out, which is good. I like it.
And there's also A24, like that studio does really good horror films, like The Witch or It Comes at Night.
Just starting. And even Blumhouse is a good production company to fucking...
And they do like small budget films as well.
Yeah, they're smart. They get the small budget movies and they know what's going to make money.
Yeah, exactly.
Smart, man. Even though fucking half of them is shit.
But I mean, like, even the one coming up looks terrible. The Truth or Dare one. Like, that's Blumhouse.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, did he do this?
Well, people
damn.
will see it, but like, he's going to make money and that's fine.
Yeah.
It's probably cost like... Because that's what you do. You get like those small films that have like $1 million budget and fucking just put it in like theatres around the world and you're going to make your money back.
For sure. And then you get like small actors as well, like...
That's the thing, like...
So it doesn't cost you too much to for your budget.
Actually, I'm gonna fucking keep talking because...
Yeah. But then, even like foreign films have done a resurgence as well with horror. I mean, it's been going on for years, but I feel like it's more popular nowadays with like Train to Busan and Raw. Is that a foreign film? Yeah.
Raw's horror, 100%. But yeah, I know what you mean. The Wailing, all Japanese.
Yeah. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, but actually, so you look at all the Blumhouse films. There's not a lot that have big name actors in it.
Nah.
And it's funny
most
because
of them don't.
they did they were part of Whiplash, which is complete like 180.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was just like
They had The Purge, which had fucking Ethan Hawke and what the fuck?
Not Michelle Monaghan. I know who you're talking about.
Why don't I just go into it? I got fucking Wikipedia open.
What's her name? Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Lena Headey.
Yep, that's
Headey.
the one. Yep.
Yeah.
From Game of Thrones
there
and
was
all that. And it has an Australian actor as the villain in that film. The blonde dude who shows up. Yeah, he's Australian.
Okay. I know. Yeah, I know. Insidious sort of has kind of name.
I think that
Sinister has Ethan Hawke.
Yeah.
Fucking Ethan, what are you? Lords of Salem, so that's a Rob Zombie film, so it's got a bit of name in like music and...
I don't like Rob Zombie films. Like all the remakes
he's 50-50, that man.
Yeah.
House of a Thousand Corpses, Devil Rejects are awesome. Lords of Salem is got a cool witch film, pretty cool witch film. The Halloween films we won't talk about.
The Nightmare on Elm Street film,
He didn't
the
do that.
remake.
He didn't do that.
Didn't he do that?
No.
I thought he did.
No.
Oh no, he did the
Yeah, he did Halloween.
I thought he did Texas Chainsaw
No,
as well. No.
it was only
Oh,
one.
okay. Oh,
Oh, you're completely wrong, man.
never mind then.
Get your facts right.
Haven't had a drink.
Yeah, true. There's an animated film, The Haunted World of El Super Beasto. It's fucking awesome. It's just an animated, it's just like, bro, whatever cartoons can do, he does it. Fucking, what else has that cunt done?
He hasn't done much lately.
Oh,
I
yeah,
don't
he did
think.
that 31, which is average.
No, I haven't seen it.
Yeah,
mhm.
but yeah, Green Inferno, Eli Roth. The Visit, they did The Visit.
Yeah.
Shyamalan.
Yeah. That's right.
They did Hush, but like, you know, it's still like low name.
Yeah, Hush is like five
Split.
characters or something, you know.
You know, there's no big names to amp up the fucking budget of the film. It's still low budget, in a sense, like Split.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that had McAvoy and then, what's her name? Anya Taylor-Joy. I mean, she's still small
Yeah.
time, but
Exactly. Get
Yeah.
Out. They did Get Out.
yeah.
But yeah, it's still low budget because even if you're Jordan Peele, you got a name behind it. This is your first film you're doing.
Mm.
People are gonna be iffy about fucking.
I'm just glad that there's more quality to the films nowadays. I mean, you still get the shit ones like you were saying earlier today, The Gallows and...
Oh, fucking cut in the film. Fucking terrible.
Is everything on handheld? Like a
Yeah,
shaky cam?
it's how I handheld.
Okay. It's like found footage stuff.
It's one of the worst fucking styles of
No words.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, I feel like if you do something in horror, then everyone else replicates it. I feel like with,
Almost.
like, apart from like the handheld thing, because it started with Blair Witch,
Right.
and then it went to Paranormal Activity.
Yeah, because
Like that was like an 8-year gap or something. But then everything else was
there's
good.
like that handheld, like Blair Witch made it huge and all that because of sort of the time it came out with, like, there was video recorders.
Yeah.
So it was perfect. But
And then
in Cannibal Holocaust from the 70s, that half of that was like handheld because it was like
Oh really?
because it's what was it, documentary people going out to the Amazon and then like they disappear and you don't hear about them.
Oh, okay.
And so people go in, they find the equipment and then they watch the equipment, so it's like half and half.
Yeah.
Which,
Oh, that's
so
cool.
like, that, to me, that's the first sort of, from what I've seen,
Yeah.
the first sort of piece of handheld.
I feel like that would be more professional though. Like not
Yeah.
with someone holding like a camcorder. It would be like an actual camera.
Well, no,
But they
so,
just-
so the stuff they watch when they find the equipment is like all handheld.
Oh, okay.
But
I thought it'd just be more.
nah,
Okay. So it looks like nowadays
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah. Okay.
but better.
Cool.
It's a bit better. I think it's because it's got that old style because it's
Yeah. It's
filmed
like
on film. You can see all
Yeah.
like this cut, so like
Yeah.
the film real like ends and you see the
yeah.
the sound and all that. So I think it just adds.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But it's pretty cool how Get Out got nominated for Best Picture, like like a genre film,
Yeah.
like a horror film
Horror
got
gets
nominated.
sometimes love, but sometimes no. But that's just another list for another day.
And then you have like, because they say like Silence of the Lambs is a horror film as well.
It's a thriller.
But yeah, I feel like it's more of a psychological crime thriller.
Yeah.
But
But yeah, like I said, horror is just a fucking. Horror is that umbrella term. It's just like. I don't think. I said it somewhere, but I always say it anyway. Horror is like metal. There's so many subgenres of it.
Oh,
you
yeah.
just can't keep
True,
up,
yeah.
and it's just a big umbrella. Horror is just an umbrella
Yeah.
for everything.
because
That's
even
just like
cause
suspenseful in a sense.
because when Jaws came out, everyone classified it as a horror, but now people saying it's an action adventure thriller.
Nah, I stick that to horror.
Yeah.
I stick that
Okay.
to horror. Yeah.
I'm really picky when it comes to like what I say as a horror, because even with Psycho, I feel like that's a psychological thriller.
Nah, it's horror.
Because like the first,
That's a horror.
like the shower scene's horror, but
No, but like that doesn't mean like the whole story of like he's kept his dead mother chilling in the fucking attic. He's wearing his dead mother's clothes. He's pretending to be his dead mother. He's killing people. That's horror.
I don't know.
You just can't base it off that one fucking scene that everyone talks about. That one fucking scene that I don't ever want to see again.
The 57. No, what is it? What's the thing? 78-52. The cuts and the shots, yeah.
God damn.
But even with like even a resurgence with Stephen King novels.
Yeah, King's coming fucking way back. Yeah, he's coming again.
Like with
It's crazy.
and they're even doing stuff on Netflix with
There was
Gerald's
1922, Gerald's Game.
yeah.
The Mist got its TV
Yeah, it
series
was like a
for
TV
a
show.
season.
And then you had It that came out in theaters.
Fuck.
And then what's that one with Idris Elba?
Oh, The Dark Tower.
Yeah, that one.
They do. I think Tommy Knockers is coming back.
Oh really?
Yeah, I think Tommy Knockers is coming back.
As long as they don't reboot Pet Cemetery, I'll just be fine. Because if they do a remake of that, I won't support it at all.
Yeah.
Because that's a classic.
Because that's the thing. He's got a lot of stories.
Oh, yeah.
He's got a lot of books.
Yeah.
And he's got a few books which are short stories as well.
Mm.
Especially, what's that book? I think the book is called 4 Past Midnight. And it's just
Okay.
like 4 stories, and that's where you got Stand By Me, Shawshank Redemption, and
Oh,
something
okay,
else.
yeah. Right.
There was another one in there. And then there was that big book, Nightmares and Dreamscapes, which is just short stories, but they did it as a TV series, and each story was like 40, 50 minutes or something,
Oh, okay. Yeah.
which was cool. But yeah, he's got fucking heaps of stuff that are just like worth doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
What was that one? My favourite book of his is Night Shift, and that's got all short stories. And one of the short stories was Children of the Corn that came from it, and Children of the Corn. I think Graveyard Shift came from it.
Okay.
There's fucking a lot came from that. It's amazing. I love the book. But anyway.
Let's do a whole Stephen King
Yeah, fuck it.
podcast. Maybe one day. But then
The Mangler. That was in Trucks came out. Sometimes they come back. The Lawnmower Man that was a film. Quitters Inc. was a short film with James Woods. That was in Cat's Eye.
okay.
What else?
I haven't read many of these books. Like I've only read Misery and
Sometimes you don't have to read, you just watch it, I suppose.
Shawshank. Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, fucking, what has he got? 1, 2, 3. Oh, fuck. No. Yes. Okay, I might be. Okay, what? Interesting. Yeah, I'm just looking at it because one story in here is called Battleground. It's fucking awesome. William Hurt is an assassin, hired killer.
Okay.
Kills a toy shop owner, and he goes back to his apartment, flying over there. He's chilling one night, and then he gets a package, and he's like, "What the fuck is this?" He opens up the package, and it's a set of like an army set, a toy army set of like little fucking the car and rocket launchers and all that army men and shit. And he's just like, "What the fuck is this?" Alright, whatever. He just leaves it there, and like these little army dudes like come alive and start to like attack William Hurt. It's fucking awesome. Like,
interesting.
So William Hurt has killed the owner of the shop,
Right.
and all these fucking toys are getting revenge. And you just see William Hurt like have a shootout with these fucking little plastic army men. So he's got his like fucking machine Uzi, shooting everything.
Are the soldiers like stop motion, or are they just like?
I think they
Are
might
they actual
be
people?
CGI.
Okay.
Yeah, it might be CGI. If I
Okay,
remember.
it's like actual people.
Because this
Yeah.
is from Nightmares and Dreamscapes TV
Yeah.
series, and that was early 2000s.
Okay. Oh,
But
bloody hell.
yeah, we'll talk about Stephen King in another
Yeah,
podcast.
that'd be cool.
But anyway, we'll talk about horrors from the last.
And
5
also,
years.
it's like really topical nowadays because, or for us doing this right now, because of The Quiet Place that's out. I mean, this will go out in like 2 weeks or so, but still, it's pretty cool. And you missed a good film. I mean, I liked it. I liked it pretty much.
I heard you like the first part, not the second part.
I mean, I liked both parts, but I prefer the first part. I mean, like the first half, I should say.
Yeah.
It's just my style, like my,
Your
taste,
Your taste.
with like the slow burn sort of
Yes.
factor, But still a good film. Still pretty good.
That's alright. As long as you have fun.
It's a good monster film as well, like Cloverfield or...
I enjoy Cloverfield,
Or-
even though I don't like handheld films.
Yeah, I thought they would. I thought they would shit me when I first watched it. Plus, T.J. Miller's character is annoying for most
I
of
don't
it.
remember the camp.
Because he's the one that's holding the camera and he's just like narrating what's going on. And I'm like, oh, just shut up.
Oh my god, man, we're running at an incredible rate.
Exactly.
One foot is moving in front of the other. Ah!
Did you ever see? Oh, shit. What was that film? Devil. That came out in like 2010.
Was that fucking M. Night film?
No.
Produced by him?
Uh,
About the elevator?
yeah. I don't know if he produced it. He probably,
Yeah, he
probably,
produced
yeah. Yeah, about
I saw that.
the 5 people in the elevator.
Like, it had an okay premise, an okay ending.
Yeah. Because I used to watch that like all the time. I have it on DVD, and I just, as a kid, I'll just watch it whenever. I don't know why I just gravitated towards it, but yeah, pretty good film.
Yeah, it's okay.
What else was I going to say?
Yeah, what were you going to say?
Like even Train to Busan, like that film, and how it tackles like the zombie genre, and it makes it more realistic and more, just a smaller scope of a story, and it doesn't tackle like the whole world. It just tackles about like one family. Do you have a favourite zombie film of all time, or not really?
Of all time, shit, man.
Okay, or in the past 10 years. Let's put you on the spot.
What good zombie films have come out in the past 10 years? I
Um,
don't even know.
Dawn of the Dead, the remake.
No, that was in the past 10 years. It was like 2000 or something. 2000.
I thought it was 2008. Might have been 2004.
I thought it was the early 2000s. That's the last good one I remember. I don't know. Fuck. There's like...
Not World War Z.
What?
World War Z.
I don't mind that.
Yeah,
That was alright.
it had good moments.
2013. Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, I can't think of.
Zombie films.
I mean, Train came out like 2016.
Yeah.
But that's all I can think of.
I don't know. No, I was just looking, but
Bless you.
Thank you. Fucking 2003 had 4 remakes. 2013, sorry.
14,
13.
13.
Fuck, I'm on drugs.
Can I guess?
Go.
Not The Conjuring, because that came out.
That's not a remake.
No, that's what I'm saying. Not the Conjuring. 2013.
Technically,
Texas. What was
yeah,
that?
it's called Texas Chainsaw 3D.
Yeah,
right
that-
now,
yeah.
fucking- And there's one that's a sequel to a remake as well that came that year. So it's like
Halloween 2.
No.
No. I can't think.
Carrie,
Oh, okay, yeah.
Evil Dead, and I Spit on Your Grave 2.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So I'm just like, fuck, that's a few. Maybe
Yeah.
there might be more somewhere.
I don't like it when horror films get remade. I don't think I like a horror remake. I'm trying to go through the
Dawn of
list.
Dead.
Except for that. Except for Dawn of the Dead.
That's
You got me there.
weird because that's the one that every horror fan enjoys. But like even the Thing from the 80s, that's a remake.
That's a remake, yeah.
Must be.
I was trying to think of like early 2000s to now.
The 2000s remakes.
Yeah.
I didn't mind Texas. That was okay. I mean, the first one was a masterpiece. Second one was okay.
Yeah, I can't think of anything else. Like Carrie, I don't like. Nightmare, nah. Halloween, nah. Texas, nah. Nothing really stands
I
out.
can't even fucking. I don't even know. I'm not even thinking.
And then you have the 1998 masterpiece that should have been made in the 60s. Oh, wait, it did. Psycho.
Ah. That should have been made in the 60s. I'm like, oh, fuck, no, there's a 4. We Are What We Are.
Oh, is that a remake? Ah,
Yeah,
okay.
it's an American one. And like 2 years ago, or the year before, there was the original, which is. I was going to say Spanish, but like Spain or like Mexican.
Oh, right, okay, yeah, just a
so I'm
Spanish
just like,
language.
Spanish language film. Spanish or Mexican? Yeah, Spanish.
Yeah.
Española.
Yeah, there you
Fuck.
go. Do you classify home invasions as horror?
Yeah.
Like Funny Games or The Strangers or The Invitation? Yeah?
Yeah. For sure.
See, I see it as thriller. I'm so nitpicky when it comes to like classifying horror.
There was a good film
Just
that
weird.
came out, The Sacrament, in 2013, which fucking is about the Jonestown Massacre.
What's that about?
Oh, you don't know?
No, I don't,
Oh,
I don't think so.
Probably the best cult you. I don't know if it's. Do you know anything about cults?
I mean,
Oh, you know the idea of it.
I know
Yeah.
the idea of it.
But this is probably the most famous cult. There fucking is. So, this guy called Reverend Jim Jones,
Oh god.
cult leader. He pretty much. Yeah, so he had fucking. What was it? 800? 900 followers. So that was big. And they all moved to an island and they just set up camp there.
Well,
So they're just around there and so it's a cult thing. So if you know cults, they just fucking. They're all out in the outskirts, just in their own little world. Really.
yeah. I didn't know they went to islands.
But, like,
Jesus
yeah.
Christ.
So they're in this island and it's pretty much regarded as the largest massacre
Okay.
because one day or one night he poisoned or he spiked it wasn't Kool-Aid, it was a sort of something like that. It's like the cordial.
Okay.
Not Kool-Aid, but like a cheaper version of Kool-Aid or whatever. And he spiked it with cyanide,
Okay.
and he got like every single one of his followers to drink it.
Hmm.
So like he convinced. It was weird because alright, there's a podcast called The Last Podcast on the Left, and they talk about serial killers and all that.
Oh,
And
that's pretty cool.
And they talk about this fucking Reverend Jim Jones and the whole Jonestown
Yeah.
Massacre. And apparently 500 people drank the cordial, but 300 refused, and they were shot by his. Because
Like his right hand man.
yeah, or like
Really?
there were a few right hand men with machine guns.
Jesus Christ.
So in this one day, one afternoon, there's like hundreds of people just fucking dying of cyanide and getting shot.
What the fuck?
Yeah, like there's fucking.
First of
if you
all-
look it up.
First of all, reverends means another word for priest, I assume.
Yeah, well, there's a cult. Everyone thinks the leader is God. That's the thing with
pretty,
cults.
that's pretty much true.
So like,
That's very true.
you could call yourself Cardinal. It'd be like Cardinal
Bishop.
George Powell. The cult of Cardinal George Powell. But
so,
yeah,
that's so weird how... That's a... Like, okay. first of all,
And there's a few films about it too.
really,
Yeah.
I might have to watch it.
There's
Like,
one
first of
where,
all, it's a great tactic, great plan to get everyone on an island and they can't escape. You know,
pretty much.
that's horrifying. And how many people?
Uh,
900, 800?
Yeah. It was fucking like massive.
But like,
Like if
so he has like 5 right-hand men, right? And he just decides to kill everyone who worships him, and that's pretty messed up. When did this happen? Like the 80s or the? I feel like it would be in the 80s or late 70s, maybe even
yeah,
earlier.
around then.
Damn.
Yeah, 909 members of the People's Temple. That's what they call themselves, the People's Temple died.
The People's Throne of Judea.
Yeah. Yeah, 200 were murdered, so it's like
Jesus.
200 were killed, but the rest
Were poisoned.
yeah. So you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you rather get poisoned or just get shot down in that scenario?
Poison, I suppose.
Mm. Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, why not? Yeah.
That's so.
November 18th, 1978.
Yeah,
A
okay.
total of 918 people. Fucking give me your right name, cunt.
Far out. That's so messed up.
That's-
Did he get charged with it?
Oh, he died along there. He fucking took some poison with him.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
No.
But
That would be such a great film if they do it right.
No, there's several. Heaps
Like,
of films on it.
yeah.
There's one where I think it's like a 2.5 hour, 3 hour film, and Powell's booth is Reverend Jim Jones.
Okay,
Yes, that's cool.
that's pretty cool.
There's a Sacrament,
I'm sure he'd be good at
which is
good
cool.
at that.
There's like 4 or 5 films about it.
I think I've like got a blind spot for American history, like this, like
Really?
you know,
Do you know anything about the Vietnam War? Pearl Harbor, man. Come on, man.
no, but like blind spots is in specifically what happened to America in the late 70s and the 80s. Like I don't know
Okay.
pretty much anything like those stories.
Yeah.
Or the like I know the Zodiac killings, but
Yeah.
I don't know, you know, the 80s bit of
Yeah,
American
what
history.
fucking happened?
Yeah, I don't know.
I think it's just racism, really. I think it's just racism.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Uh,
And drugs. Racism and drugs, really.
oh,
Look,
true,
that's all I
yeah,
can think
Colombian
about.
drugs.
Yeah. Yeah, fucking cocaine. Central.
Yeah.
Really.
Scarface. That's just, there you go.
Mm.
That came out in the 80s.
Anyway.
Back to horror.
Jinx. Speaking of The Meg, you were talking about new films coming
Oh,
out.
far. Is that
The
even
Meg.
horror? Do you even class like the stupid trailer?
It's alright. I told you before, it's like a Deep Blue Sea.
It's
It's gonna be like Deep Blue Sea. It's gonna be like dumb fun.
It's like
you
Deep Blue
just
Sea
enjoy.
mixed with Piranha. I'm sure.
Yeah.
You know.
It's gonna be great. I can't wait for it. I want to see it. It's gonna be mad.
But the thing is, Jason Statham can be an action hero, and he's just doing like dumb films.
He's a hero in this, sort of.
Huh?
He's a hero.
No, I mean like he's just no. I mean like
Yeah,
as
no.
in quality films, not just
Oh,
dumb.
yeah,
know,
fine.
dumb films.
There's a lot of films that go straight to DVD here with it that stars him.
Um,
Or not.
have you missed any horror films over the years?
No, I'm still catching up.
You're
I'm
still-
in the fucking 80s. What are you talking about? Over the well,
Like, has there
that's
ever
the
been
thing,
a film?
I always think about like, I always see a trailer for something and I see it coming out and I'm like, oh yeah, I can't wait to watch this. Down the track I forget about it and I just like end up watching it a year later. I'm like, oh yeah, that's pretty good. It was just like Get Out. I fucking was interested.
Yeah,
in it.
I did
just
that as
completely
well.
Forgot about it. And
'Cause-
then you gave me the Blu-ray like
Yeah,
a couple of weeks ago and I watched it. I'm like, yeah, sweet. Like 6 months after it came out in cinemas, I'm like, oh cool.
because
Like just yeah.
I saw it came out and I thought, oh look, like I didn't see the trailers or anything, and I just heard people saying, "Oh, it's great," and then it became like a youth film, like everyone my age would be talking about it, and I thought, oh, okay, it's just like a young teens comedy horror, and I thought, oh, okay, I'll just skip that. But then it just turns out to be a fucking great film.
Yeah. 2014 has some interesting films. The Babadook.
Oh, I thought that was 2011.
That got a lot of
that kid in
not
that film.
hate, but it's pretty like 50-50 among horror fans.
Really?
You either love it or don't hate it.
Is it because like the
Probably the kid, or just like the hype.
the black, like everything, like in every scene, there's a black clothing or black item.
I think it's great.
Yeah,
I thought it was great, and it was funny because it was done in Australian film, but it didn't do well in Australia. It did well overseas. In Europe mostly, I think.
Yeah,
and then like America. Australia's just like, oh, maybe this is a good film. Because Australians don't like Australian films for some reason. It's quite weird.
We've done great horror films.
We've done great films all over.
Oh yeah,
and it's like people just, oh, I don't like the accent. I'm like, fuck off.
If it's too harsh, just listen to your own voice. Record your own voice.
Yeah, exactly. Do your own commentary.
Because we've done
the film.
What? The Reef, Wolf Creek.
Terrible.
What? The Reef? How dare you? That's an Aussie version of
Rogue was a cool crocodile film. Dark Age was another crocodile film. It was cool. Turkey Shoot, amazing. Fair Game, amazing.
If you go in the thriller vibe and not the horror vibe, you have Snowtown. Like the Snowtown Murders. That's a great film.
I haven't seen that in a long time.
Oh,
that's good.
Amazing.
But we've got heaps of films and we're great. We're good. I like us.
Yeah.
I support Australian films. I support Australian films.
They're pretty good. You just need to get the lighting right because you can always tell it's really cheaply made. But anyways.
It was It Follows came out, which is a very good...
That's a great film.
That's another divided one with fans. People like it or not, and I think it's great because it's sort of... everyone goes on...
I was talking to...
I think because, I don't know if it was like the whole premise of just like... It's like against unprotected sex or anything, but I'm like, sort of, but not, because you watch all the 80s horror films and it's always like the people who have sex get killed.
Yeah.
And like this is a film of like
first and stuff, yeah.
And this is like a homage to that. It's like if you have sex, something comes after, and that's why you have to keep on having sex to like get rid of that thing, so it kills that person.
And there was like, I saw a comment on YouTube, and it was really a smart way of looking at the film, where because like they're young adults and they're having sex, maybe for the first time. I don't know.
No, they're in college for the first time with 6 guys at once.
But so like they're having sex, right? And they're breaking away from living at home, growing up. It's like
freedom of expression,
coming of age. Pardon the pun. No pun intended.
Oh yeah, that was a good one.
But it's like when you have sex and you're a young adult, it's sort of like not puberty, but like transition into the real world. And then once you have sex, then the creature that follows you is sort of like real life, and it's haunting you.
Okay. This is all your debts. Exactly. I gotta keep fucking people to keep my debts away.
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting.
And then one of our mutual friends that I saw A Quiet Place with.
Munda or Hussein.
No, it was another person. I can't remember his name.
Dennis? No,
it was the other one. If you knew who came.
Who are you talking about?
There's another. Well, I can't remember his name. But we were, like, he was with us. I can't think. It starts with H, doesn't it?
Yeah, Hussein.
No.
Yeah, he's Arab.
No, there was another guy. Anyways, it's not important to the story. It's not important to the story.
Do they know? It's
he doesn't like It Follows. He thinks it's stupid and stuff because like a creature just slowly creeps up to you, and you can just fly to America, or
you can't. That's the thing. No, you can go everywhere.
No, don't shoot messages.
Yeah, I know. Like, I'll fucking slap you then.
Because then I explained to him like the creature just changes. and it
Can be anywhere
and
at
it
any
can be
time.
anywhere. You know.
Well, then you just had an epiphany. I was like, oh, that's actually smart.
No, but like in the scene when they're at the beach and they're in the garage, it changes from like a tall person to a small boy to the friend. So it's like it can be anyone. It can change. It can.
Yeah, exactly.
It doesn't have to be like.
Doesn't
one
it like possess
entity.
the mother or something that's like banging on the door?
Yeah,
Isn't it
yeah,
something
yeah,
a friend?
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
exactly. That's stupid. Anyway, who was that person?
I'll ask Marina. We'll find out.
Yeah. Starry Eyes is another one.
I've never seen that film.
It's awesome. It's American, but it's about a struggling actress who wants to be famous. Struggling actress who wants to be famous,
Okay.
and so she's living in an apartment complex with like fucking 4 other struggling actors and actresses and all that, and they're all there and whatnot. And sort of, it's just like that that want of being famous. So there's a point where she does something, but she doesn't realize it's like a ritual, and then she starts to like slowly decompose. Her body just like falls apart and dwindles, and then she gets. I'm going to tell the whole fucking story. But she like gets buried, and then she gets reborn as a beautiful girl, and then she becomes a really big, like famous actress like straight away. So it's just like that whole selling your soul to the industry kind of thing, which is pretty cool. Yeah. It's a very it was fucking good.
It sounds like a bit of not so much Suspiria, but like in that same vein, where she's surrounded by like-minded people who want to be like great at what they do. But it also reminds me of Mulholland Drive a bit as well.
It's pretty much like Mulholland Drive.
Yeah, about an actress who just wants to be known and something happens, you know.
Fucking a girl walks home alone at night. I haven't seen it, but apparently it's meant to be amazing.
What a title. Like it's straight up.
Yeah, it's an Iranian film, and it's about a girl vampire.
Okay.
And it's black and white. It's meant to be like really good, and I have to watch it. I need to see it because I feel disappointed that I haven't thrown it. What We Do in the Shadows, another one.
Oh, that's
fucking masterpiece. I just love it. The shame.
I love that scene in that film where, I mean, you could talk about any scene.
My favourite scene is like when he lays down the newspaper because it gets messy. Like the blood just, it's brain fucking everywhere. He's trying to eat, just go.
I love the scene where the 2 police officers come into the building and they like inspect everywhere, and then they go into the room where the dead body is, and they just say, "Oh, that's our friend. You know, he's just passed out."
Yes, that's right.
That's a funny film.
Yeah, New Zealand, and they did another good film.
Hunt for the Wilder People?
No, the same year. Horror, Housebound. Which is another horror comedy. It's worth a watch. It's great. Fucking New Zealand.
Oh, you told me about that film, haven't you? Yeah.
New Zealand horror comedies. They know how to do horror comedies.
I've only known What We Do in the Shadows.
To get Housebound, Peter Jackson's Dead Alive and Bad Taste are good. There's another one. I know there's more. But they do good ones. It's fucking brilliant. I don't know how they do it. I think it's just the accent and then just like, oh, jeez, bro. Someone just gets stabbed. Oh, shit. That's not good, eh? That's terrible.
Oh, and then you also have back in like, when did this come out? Like 2006, 07? Shaun of the Dead.
Yeah, 04.
No, because Dawn of the Dead came out in 04. Did that come out after Shaun of the Dead? Because I know that's a parody of Dawn of the Dead and all that. I just don't know when it came out. Well, that's another, like...
Fucking... There's a movie, Ryan Reynolds channeling his... This is what I think. Ryan Reynolds did this film to get inside the mind of Deadpool. And it's called The Voices. I don't know if you've seen it.
I've heard of it.
It's like he's a serial killer and he does the voice of his dog and cat that talk to him.
Oh, yeah.
And he's
I've seen bits of it.
Yeah. And he's just got like the decapitated heads of was it Anna Kendrick and someone else, and they just like talk to him while he's opening the fridge. Like, shut up. So he's just like losing his mind. It's hilarious. It's brilliant.
Horror comedy
It's
can
worth
be
a watch.
really tough. I don't know how they pull it off. Like
It's
people like
just a black humor, really. If you just like,
yeah,
if you just like have a scene where someone slices someone's throat and there's blood all over the floor, and you just have them just like slipping over, but like try
and catch the blood like with a bucket or something.
Yeah. And he's just like fucking up the whole experience, and you don't do it. You don't like put.
You don't pull it off.
I mean, what am I trying to say? It just works. It just works.
Yeah.
It works.
Because I can't think of a bad. Oh no, never mind. All scary movies except for the first one.
Second one was alright.
Tim Curry's the best bit.
Tim Curry, anyone else? Yeah.
He saved it.
The third one, yeah.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Was it 3.5 as well?
Yeah, there's there's 5 as well. I think they were making a 6th one, but
Yeah.
I don't think that's coming through. Yeah, I'm just trying to think of like horror comedies.
Heaps. 2015 horrors. Name
2015, you have The Gallows, or was that 2016?
Don't care.
That's your favorite film. What are you talking about?
Fucking kind of film.
2015. The Witch.
Yes.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, that's a great film.
Fucking beautiful.
Like I watched that for the first time, 2 weeks ago, I think.
Okay.
Just in my room, and I've always wanted to watch it because it's an A24 film, and they always do great films. So I'm like, okay, yeah. But yeah, what a weird, interesting film because it's a slow burn that leads to one event at the end, and I love how each character in the family, like you don't trust them. Like at the start, you don't trust the kids because they get possessed, and you think they're going to be the killers. But then you don't trust the father because he gets really angry and all that.
Yeah, he starts to lose his mind.
And you trust Anya Taylor-Joy's character because she's like the protagonist, and she's like the girl who we follow throughout the whole thing.
That last scene, it just fucking turns me on. I don't know why. As soon as I saw it, I just like fucking.
It is good.
She just gets like strips naked, perfect body, and just like starts floating. And there's just fucking wishes around the fire. She just like gets taken up, and she's just like fucking. This is her possession. She's like becoming one with the devil right now, and I'm like, oh, I love you.
It's great, great film.
That's right. Another New Zealand horror comedy, Deathgasm.
Oh god, that doesn't sound right.
It's literally just like fucking bunch of metalheads that find a songbook and they play the song, but it's just it's a song to awaken like the devil or evil spirits. So like, it's got heaps of metal references and it's just fucking. It's just bullfit. It's just like dumb, fun, gory. It's great. It's worth a watch.
Did it come out in 2015?
Oh,
okay.
I actually noticed because there's a lot of films. Because there is a wide range of genres or subgenres or whatever, and so there's a lot of films that are sort of doing homages or parodies, but not parodies in the sense. So, like what I said with like what Cabin in the Woods is, it's sort of like that. It's like a homage and also a parody in a little way.
That's another horror comedy that I really like.
What was the fucking film I just said before in 2014?
It Follows.
Yeah, It Follows like that. The Final Girls.
Because it Follows is sort of like Halloween, in that classroom scene when she's looking at the window.
Yeah.
It's like to the original Halloween, it's sort of like
Yeah, exactly.
Serial killers outside.
Because like horror, this fucking everything's been done.
Yeah.
Almost. And have you seen The Final Girls?
No.
Worth a watch. It's good.
Is that a recent film or?
2015.
Okay.
Yeah, another one where it's like a homage to slasher films.
Okay.
It's good. Crimson Peak came out, which is a beautiful film. I loved it.
I've seen bits of it. I haven't seen it.
Beautiful.
Start to finish.
Bone Tomahawk, which is a masterpiece.
Yeah, I got that. I got that on
Actually, that's
Blu-ray
right.
last year.
Fucking good zombie film, Maggie. Have you seen Maggie?
Oh, is that the one with Arnie?
Arnie.
Yeah.
I
Is
thought-
that with his daughter or something?
Daughter,
Yeah,
Abigail,
yeah.
and she starts to turn into a zombie, yeah. And I'm like,
And he tries to save her, or he's trying to protect her. Or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
protect her, like, and it's just,
I think it's on Netflix.
I think so. I think that's where I
don't
watched
know.
it. Or Stan.
Cause I've seen the Blu-ray Bad
Yeah,
JB, and I'm like, should I buy this? Because I'm like,
Do it. It's good.
because I don't know if it's a bad
It's actually-
Arnie film or a good Arnie film.
No, I
It's
mean,
got
like,
both.
it's. He actually does a decent job of like acting, like as a father and all that. It's
It's sort of like
It's good.
Nick Cage in Joe,
yeah,
like his father figure stuff.
Mm.
Okay. Yeah.
exactly. That's a great film.
Yeah,
The
I've
Green
heard good things
Room.
about
Have
it.
you seen The Green Room?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a great film.
Yeah,
I watched it on Netflix like last year.
fucking
Um,
brilliant.
I didn't know what to expect because
I still miss Anton Yelchin.
Oh yeah, he's a great actor.
He's good.
He can do anything. He can do horror,
Action, comedy.
romance with Like Crazy, that film that he did
Mm.
with Felicity Jones. Yeah, great actor.
Love him.
But Patrick Stewart in that film with like he's like the main antagonist.
Yes and no. He's only in it for like 10 minutes.
Yeah, but he's like the
And he just all he does, he
controlling
just like walks and is like, "What's the situation?" Kill him. And then walks off and is like, "All right, sweet."
Yeah, good film. Good film.
That's right. Scout's Guide to the Zombie Apocalypse. That's another like.
That sounds like a parody.
Yeah, it's like a parody
Oh, really?
homage kind of
Okay.
thing. It's sort of like a Zombieland, but
Okay.
just like Scouts. I haven't seen it. I'm interested,
Yeah.
but I can wait.
It's always a risk watching like those parody horror films.
Mm. Freaks of Nature was another good like mashup where a town just like gets riddled. Oh no, I think they're just like living their days, but like there's vampires, werewolves, zombies just walking around. So, like,
Jesus Christ!
every
everything.
kind of monster, yeah. So just like every fucking thing that is there, and they're just like living life. Like, this is my town. It is riddled with zombies, vampires, wolves. I don't know. And it's got Dennis Leary in it, so he's fun. He's
Okay,
good.
yeah.
He's cool.
He can be a cracker.
Yeah, I fucking love him.
Um,
Goosebumps came out. It was alright.
I haven't seen it.
I didn't mind it. It was cool.
I wasn't really interested.
I mean, like, I grew up with Goosebumps, and I was like, but I wasn't trading Pokemon cards. I was trading Goosebumps books. That's my childhood. Like, I had Pokemon cards, but I was fucking trading. Can I have your go eat worms for like fucking the monster in the closet? Okay.
I never read like all those Goosebumps books.
had
I
a
always
few.
saw them in the library in the primary school
Yeah,
days,
yeah, a
and I was
few.
like, eh. So then I just switched over to like a series of books called Del Toro Quest
Yeah, Delta Quest.
or Delta Quest. I think.
Yeah, I think it's Delta Quest. Yeah.
It's like
That
dragons
was
and
big back
stuff.
in the day.
Yeah, sort of like Lord of the Rings,
The
but more
dragons.
the more like mystical.
Yes, okay, fair enough. Mysticals. 2016, tell me.
2016, The Gallows.
No. What? Get fucked.
2016.
You've seen.
Shit.
1, 2,
2 years ago.
3,
What came out 2 years ago?
4, 5. You've seen 5 films.
I was gonna say
But I can
Split,
see
but that
it.
came out last year. I'm gonna kill myself.
Do
Jesus. Give me a hint on one
it.
of them.
Oh no, Split came out then.
That might have been.
Split 2016.
That might have been
I mean,
November.
like,
for us, it was
America,
2017.
yeah, okay.
Yeah. 2016.
Alright, a remake of Suspiria.
Oh, Neon Demon.
Yep. John Goodman in a basement.
Oh, 10 Cloverfield.
Yeah,
That's a great
I was
film.
gonna say like the sequel to Cloverfield. That was
It's in the title.
terrible.
That's a great film. I love that film.
Thomas the Tank Engine.
Train to Busan. It's gonna get crazier as we go along.
No, I'm trying to figure out. It's like this is one's difficult. Suffocate.
Suffocate. Don't breathe.
There we go.
You're on a roll. Is it like 200 points?
Yeah, I know, right? You're doing all right.
Don't breathe. Oh, that's a great film. I watched that like 3 times in the theaters, and I've got it on Blu-ray. And it's great. It's a great like crime, small scoped film.
Yeah. One you were talking about before. Loud.
Loud.
Yeah, Loud. That's your hint.
I know it's a hint. I was gonna say Silence with Liam Neeson because that's like the opposite of loud. Loud.
What's another word for silence? Another kind of word you could use.
Quiet.
No.
Silent. Sneak.
Hello, hello, hello. Hush.
Oh, Hush. Yeah. 200 points. You're like, I'm out.
There's a bit of a fortune. You just got bankrupt, mate. Bankrupt.
That's a good film as well. That's a really good film.
What else did I can see?
I should have got Hush from Silence. I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah. Fucking Pride and Prejudice and Zombies came out then. That was fun. A movie worth seeing, apart from all that you haven't seen. I Am Not a Serial Killer. It's interesting.
Is that the one with
Christopher Lloyd?
Oh, okay. I was thinking. Oh no, I was thinking.
And he's
like
a serial killer, but like everyone thinks this boy is a serial killer because he's just different.
Yeah.
That's right. That's another fucking retarded friend request. What? Fuck off, cunt. Fuck off.
It's like the prequel to Unfriended.
Yeah. Fuck off.
I never saw Friend Request.
Yeah, Underworld number 8, Blood Wars.
Number 8.
47. Stephen King movie Cell, which was average book.
Cell.
I
don't think I've.
John Hughes. Everyone just like whoever has like a phone or an iPod, like whoever's got like headphones in their ears, turn into rabid, angry people.
Oh.
I don't know, it's just a sound that they hear. They go, and then they start killing people. Movie worth seeing is fucking weird as all shit, but it's interesting. We Are the Flesh, which is the Mexican film.
Okay.
Mexican and Spanish? Yeah.
I think I've heard of that film actually. I haven't seen it, but...
It's weird. It's all hell, but...
Is it a zombie film or...?
No, it's just like 3 people hanging out in like a weird little bunker because of like a dystopian future, end of the world sort of thing. And it's just like them doing shit and just like... It's explicit in some scenes. I won't say what, but... It fucking... There's some stuff you just see and you're just like, oh, okay. Sweet. Yeah, no worries.
What about 2017? I mean, that was
have you seen it, The Autopsy of Jane Doe?
I've heard of it. I've heard good films.
That was cool,
good stuff about it.
Yeah, no, it's pretty good. I mean, it's a good idea.
Have you seen Exorcism of Emily Rose?
Yeah, that's soulless.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it was good. I liked it. Based off.
It's a real life thing, isn't it? Yeah.
It was tape recording and all that. Alright, 2017, go
on. Get Out.
Mm-hmm.
It.
Mm-hmm.
It Comes at Night.
Mm-hmm.
Give me a hint.
No, get off your computer, can't. I can see you and I see you hear the clicking.
Gerald's Game.
Yep.
I've got like a list of films that I've just
typed
up.
Yeah.
I haven't, what else? 1982. I mean 1892. The Stephen King.
1922.
I mean 1922. Not fucking.
Fucking Rings came out.
Yeah, I heard bad things about that.
I don't care. Happy Death Day.
Yeah.
Which is kind of, it's a bit of fun. It's a bit of fun.
It's like yeah.
It's like Groundhog Day for horror. It's like it's good for a watch.
It's good like when you're in the moment, but it's not like
you're
gonna
Alien Covenant.
I saw that and I was bored for half of it.
Okay.
It started off good. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
Like it had that Alien vibe, but then it just turned into like a Prometheus vibe.
Yeah, true.
You know,
Exactly. Mother, which I haven't seen yet.
that's a great film.
Yeah, horror,
Great.
psychological thriller.
It's more thriller.
Yeah. Killing of a Sacred Deer.
Yes. I mean, that's not really horror. Is that
Yeah,
horror?
right.
It's more of a thriller,
Thriller.
drama thriller.
I think this is the Cult of Chucky, which is the last Chucky film, from
I
my
haven't
knowledge.
seen it.
But Leatherface, which is apparently shit. The Ritual, which is on Netflix, and I really want to see that.
That's a great film.
Flatliners, which is a remake from the 80s.
I heard bad things about that.
Fucking retarded. I'm not going to speak about that. That sounds retarded. Jeepers Creepers 3.
Oh god.
The Babysitter, which...
No, that's a stupid film.
Yeah?
It's a stupid Netflix film.
Okay.
It's
Mum and Dad, which we talked about before, which I really want to
the one with
see. Selma Blair and
Nick
Nicolas
Cage.
Cage.
Yeah.
Dark Tower came out. So that looked action from the fucking trailer, to be
It's an
honest.
action thing.
Yeah.
It's just because it's Stephen King
Yeah.
that they think it's horror.
So I think I remember reading the first book, and it was pretty much like an action fantasy.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Even from the trailer. Shape of Water, which is not really...
It's not. I don't get that. It's not a
Berlin Syndrome? I haven't seen it, but I'm interested. Because it's just about a girl who gets abducted in Berlin, just like she lives in a fucking dude's apartment, and she's like, oh, okay, I'm a prisoner.
Yeah, like-
Life, that Ryan Reynolds and
Yeah,
Jake
that's
Gyllenhaal.
yeah. I like the ending out of all of it.
I haven't seen it. I don't know. If I'm bored, I might watch it.
Like it's a good film with an original ending.
Nah, is it?
Like-
Actually, when I remember...
Like it's not a cliche thing.
When I...
I don't want to spoil it because it's
No,
really
spoiler,
good.
I don't give a shit. Because when I watched the trailer, I feel like it was a movie that's sort of like based around... There's a movie called The Ruins,
Don't
and
know.
it's about like a bunch of like kids on... They go to like an Aztec temple, and this Aztec temple is like... fuck, it wasn't not possessed, but...
Just cursed. Or,
Cursed, yeah. It's cursed, and there's these vines there, and if you touch it, you sort of get like infected.
Okay.
And so all the village people, the tourists touch it, and all the village people go crazy, and they just fucking like put up their guns, and they make the tourists go and stay on the temple on top. And you see over time that these vines start to like grow onto like their tents and grow onto them and all that, and they start to get like sort of
Interesting.
eaten in a way.
Yeah,
by
yeah,
the
yeah.
like the vines just like sort of bring him in. Like
Yeah.
some guy has a cut in his leg, and he wakes up in the morning with like vines just like in the fucking wound and like inside of him. So it's just like they get sucked in, eaten by this thing. And then that's when I watched Life. Is that the same thing where like they touch something and it sort of just like grows on them? Or am I thinking about something in this?
No, that's a different film.
I've fucking seen it somewhere.
Life is with Jake Gyllenhaal
Yeah,
and the astronauts and all that.
yeah.
And they find like they bring back a probe that brings like this.
It's like a gooey thing.
It's like a gooey
Yeah.
substance from Mars,
Mm.
and it turns out to be like a life form.
Yeah.
And they're just testing stuff on it, and then as it grabs your arm or something, or it sucks blood out of you, or kills you in a way, it grows bigger, and its digestive system is like 10 times faster than ours. So it's it just
Growth is
grows
bigger.
bigger than like faster than we do, pretty much.
Okay.
So yeah. And it just needs to feed off things to survive.
Yeah. Okay.
That's pretty much like the premise of what they find.
Yeah. One film that came out last year, it's worth seeing. It's called The Evil Within. Now the story is sort of average.
Isn't that a game? I thought it was a game. No,
I think it might be a game, but there's a movie, and the awesome thing about this movie, like the backstory, is that the director, it took 10 years to make.
I like
because
those films.
The director was like addicted to meth or like heroin, and like he just was like completely fucked out of his head. And when you actually watch it, I'll lend you the DVD, but when you watch it, like some of the camera angles and some of the camera work are fucking brilliant.
Yeah,
it's just
like
about-
unconventional stuff.
Something completely different.
Yeah.
And it's awesome. And It's like about a guy who's got, a full-grown guy that's got a mind of like a 13-year-old. What's the fucking...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and he's got like a split personality, which is evil.
Okay.
But it's fucking worth watching for some of the camera movements and equipment. Well, not equipment, but
Yeah, like the
some
cinematography and
yeah,
camera
some of the stuff that
yeah.
happens. You're just like, fuck, that's pretty good, especially for like taking 10 years to do, and you fucking hang out with this.
Yeah.
There's some cool shit in there. I'll let you watch it. It's worth watch. So I'm saying Predator is getting sequelish.
Yeah, it's sort of like a
Set between...
in-between.
In-betweequel. That's a good word,
like
actually.
I feel like that's used before. I haven't made it up. I've heard it before. But...
Fuck it, we can use it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll be interested. I like Predator.
Because
Predator's gotten more good films than Alien at the moment.
That's
there's three Predator films and they're all good. Alien has first two. The third one is alright.
It's alright.
It's a good watch. It's a good watch.
Compared to the first two, it's crap. But
Yeah. I mean, and it's got a lot of fucking actors in it too. It's got a lot of familiar faces.
that's very true.
A lot of people in it. But
And David Fincher's first film as well.
Yeah, it's a good watch. But Predator, if this does well, then like there's got more than...
Yeah, it has like 4 good films.
Yeah. So I'm interested.
But
you don't count Alien vs Predator because they're like...
it's like a...
They're like they're on their own, but not...
Sort of like a fan fiction thing.
But still, they're up there.
When's Halloween coming out? The one with...
I think it might be the end of the year.
Is that this year or next year? I can't remember.
This year. It'll be the end of the year.
That'll be interesting to see if they pull it off.
It'll be weird. Because
they've already done a remake.
I think they're forgetting about... I think it's the straight after Halloween one.
Yeah, it's it takes place...
Which is weird because...
20 years later. Or 40... No, not 40. 20 years later, I think. Like, it's not... They're not de-aging Jamie Lee Curtis to make it look like the 70s.
Because,
But they're just going to retcon every film after that.
So this is funny. One of the producers is Bob Weinstein.
Oh.
Leave him alone. But
I just find it weird.
So I have to read because
You
I
have
don't
to
know
read.
if it like forgets the second film and goes straight.
I heard it. Yeah, I heard it that it either goes in between 1 and 2,
Or straight after.
or straight after 2. It's either one of those two. Because they said they're going to retcon like 3, 4, H2O, and all
Yeah,
that.
the 11th Storm peaking out 40 years after the events of the original film,
That is 40.
while disregarding the continuity of the previous sequels. The second one was perfect because it happened literally right after.
Yeah, it's on the same night, isn't it?
Yeah, it's literally the same night.
Yeah. Because number 1 ends... Oh, spoiler alert if you haven't seen it. Number 1 ends with Loomis shooting Michael. He falls out the window. He sees their body on the ground. Loomis looks at him. And then he
turns away, comes back to look back,
and then he's gone.
And then Laurie goes to the hospital, and then the second film is Laurie at the hospital getting hunted by Michael.
Yeah.
So I was like, they're good.
Yeah, yeah. It's good. Number 1 and 2 are good.
I love the first one.
First one's so good.
As a standalone film, it's great.
Because that was before A Nightmare. And so, A Nightmare was like a riff off that. Plus Friday the 13th and all that. So Halloween was like the first film with that unknown killer, slasher film.
Yeah.
It's a great film.
I'm interested to see what like The Nun will be. I don't think I want to see it, but I might. The Nun.
I mean, have you seen all the Conjuring films?
Yeah, I've seen
like
one.
Annabelle as well.
Saw the first Annabelle and Conjuring 1 and 2.
Mm-hmm.
I want to see the second Annabelle. It could be fucked.
Yeah.
So I enjoyed the first 20 minutes of the first Annabelle. That was great.
I've just seen the first 2 Conjurings. That's
I'm
all.
interested to see the second Strangers. Because apparently that's gotten good write-ups.
I've heard mixed stuff about that. Just like it's just an average story.
Okay.
But yeah,
Yeah.
It'll be interesting to see what else comes in the following years.
There's a new film, The House with the Clock in the Walls, which is an interesting, sort of like a kids horror kind of
Have you
film.
told me about that before?
Maybe it's done by Eli Roth, so this is interesting for him because it's not like his typical
Yeah,
bloody
so
gory
like torture porn
sex
stuff. Yeah.
sort of shit. But this is like got Jack Black and this kid goes into a house and like this clock sort of makes things come alive in a way. So things start moving. Like there's in the trailer you see like Jack's talking to the little boy and behind the little boy is a picture of a painting and with a boat. And the fucking boat's like sailing and making moves and shit, and Jack Black's just like tries to tell the painting to shut up. So it's kind of got that premise of just
So it's like a family, not a family comedy, but
no, well, family. It's Gremlins too. Family horror comedy
yeah.
kind of thing. It's horror comedy that you can take your kids to.
Yeah.
I suppose. What else? I'm interested to see. I love Lars von Trier. Sure. Yes, fucking brilliant.
Lars von Trier.
Yeah. The House That Jack Built is a film of his that Matt Dillon, Uma Thurman.
Okay, that's an interesting combo.
Yeah. And Bruno Ganz, who everyone knows as Hitler in Downfall.
Oh, is that him? Yeah,
Yes.
There you go.
It's fucking crazy because he was a. It's so weird when actors are like actors for 30 years prior and then they do that one role and everyone knows them from just that one role.
True.
It's just like, I've got 100 credits. And you got that one film.
And it's like if you ever do like a pop culture film like Marvel or DC, people just remember you for being Superman and not
Yeah.
and not like, you know,
So
Man
yeah.
from U.N.C.L.E. or something. Like with Henry Cavill, people just see him as Superman, but it's like he's done other stuff.
Yeah. I was trying to think like what's something good that Ben Affleck has done and I can't remember.
Good Will Hunting.
Yeah. It was funny in Mallrats because he was an asshole on
He's
that,
a dickhead.
and like it kind of like I feel like that suits him too well. And it's just like, is that you in real life? was-
Affleck, he's done The Town, Argo,
Yeah, okay, yeah,
Gone Girl.
yeah.
Gone
And,
Girl was like probably his best film for me. It's just because I love Fincher and all that.
Yeah. I mean, Gone Girl's good, but like The Town for him directing it and then like that's fucking a awesome heist film.
Yeah, for
Brilliant.
sure. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, enough of Ben Affleck. Film the Goosebumps sequel, Horrorland.
Oh god. I just don't like family films anymore. Like,
I just don't want a family anymore.
once I have kids, then I'll just watch family films, but
Yeah.
that won't be for ages. It'll be interesting to see if the next Alien film is a success, because the first two,
Right. No,
like Alien,
no,
Prometheus and Covenant,
probably not.
like weren't
Slender Man.
great.
Nah. Nah.
And then Truth or Dare comes out tomorrow, I think.
Tomorrow, probably.
Tomorrow, it's on
Well,
tomorrow.
actually, my friend tonight is going to a private screen, or like,
Okay, so
Not
like an
private,
early,
but a
an early
fucking-
screening. Yeah.
so I'm like, yeah, cool.
Yeah, I'm interested to see if that is a good film and not just a small, stupid, young adults film.
I want to see A Quiet Place because I missed out on that. My nap took longer than expected.
Good film. Good film. It's an original film that takes on the monsters genre.
Yeah.
It's not like a cliche thing.
Okay. Interesting.
Yes.
It's just that, like I said, it's sort of like the 80s, where there's just horror films fucking left, right, and centre, even if they're
I know, right?
shit. Yeah, even if they're shit. That's right, I showed you this one. Disney film called Zombies. I was like, okay.
We
A
should.
zombie and a cheerleader work together to show the town of Seabrook what they can achieve when they embrace their differences and celebrate what makes them a community.
Oh, what a lovely message.
I hope they all die.
What? This is zombie turn Sonic.
This is the reason. Oh, fuck me, dude.
Alright, well, I think it's start time to.
We have to end on Disney zombies.
Yep.
Zombies.
Great.
See,
Send
this is
off.
the thing. They have enough money to do shit like this because, like, fuck, we've got Star Wars now, can't we? We can do whatever we want. Get $1 billion in the first day of fucking release of Star Wars. Yep.
Jesus.
Let's make zombies. We're different. That doesn't mean we can't be together.
That's why I don't like family films. It's just glossy. It's just stop.
Fuck that.
And speaking of stopping, I think that's where we should stop.
Is it?
Well, it's been like an hour and...
Oh my god, Corey Feldman's doing a film?
Oh god.
Yes.
I thought he was in jail.
No, he got stabbed, so he's just sort of like...
Didn't he stab himself? I heard that there was a story
Publicity, I don't know what's going
that
on.
he did it to himself.
So he can be heard.
Yeah.
He's an interesting person, that man.
Yeah. Most child actors are.
But I feel like, in a sense, he might be half right too.
What?
About, like, Hollywood's being more pedophilia and shit. And, like, it's just, like, a dark place because
I mean,
since the whole fucking Weinstein thing come out, I'm like, yeah.
Yeah. It's
So
been
I'm just-
going on for years.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
So I'm like, and he was a child during it all
yeah.
too. So I'm like, I feel
That
like
could
he
affect
might
you.
not just be crazy.
That could affect you. Like,
Yeah.
imagine being on set at the age of, I don't know, 10, 12, or
Yeah.
whatever, and you have like heaps of adults around you, and then you have like a makeup girl who goes, you have like a costume person who like touches your body just to make sure the fittings are right.
Mm.
Like if you have a strange person who does costumes and stuff,
I'm sure they would have.
it can,
I'm sure they would have had a supervisor. 'Cause
you never know. Like it can, like if something just minor happens.
you
it
know
can
what? I
really-
think it's just he's done too many horror films when he was young. Because if you think about it, he was in like Friday the 13th, 4 or 5 or something.
Yeah.
It was in 2 Friday.
Yeah.
He was in Friday the 13th with one of his first early films when he's like fucking 4, 5. And then he does like all the fucking Lost Boys now. He sees a dead body in Stand By Me.
Yep, that's true.
He sees his. Yeah, he just does a lot of horror.
Mm.
I'm just like trying to think. I can't.
Mm.
Oh well.
Oh,
Whatever. Fuck it. Anyway, I don't know what this podcast is about, just horror films. And it's just like, this podcast is about horror films that.
just how
Well,
how the
what have I been
come back,
saying again?
like,
Yeah, it made a
throughout,
comeback.
like throughout the years,
Sort of. And
from 2013 onwards.
where it's a comeback in. Well, like mostly decent films too. They're not all shit. Yeah.
I mean, most of them are like great films. I mean, most of these films.
So. Shut up! Almost finished, woman. So I'll end it here. 1 minute. We'll end it here.
What's the horror film with
It
itself?
sounds like home. My mother's trying to get it. Anyway, yeah.
Alright, catch us later.
See you later. You know what to do.